I am now pleased to present Sarah Besnoff, President of the Student Government Association, who will make a statement on behalf of the student body.
So, on this day, as we look to our futures, the past is equally present. We celebrate this day simultaneously with our classmates and with our friends and family from our pre-Barnard days, in many cases sharing Barnard with them for the first time on our last day here. Instant nostalgia creeps in, this moment already feeling like a memory. So today, as the promise of our past is realized through our promising futures, I'm stuck thinking about something that my mother always used to say to me when I was growing up. As a child, my mom would say to me, "When I grow up, I want to be Sarah Besnoff." So as a child, I thought this was the silliest thing. Firstly, your mom is the oldest person you know, so you really can't imagine them growing up any older. And secondly, how could my mom want to grow up to be me when I so desperately wanted to become like her? So as a child, I thought this was something she said just to make me laugh. As a teenager, I thought she said it just to empower me when I was down. But now, standing here today, I realize it was much more than that. It was a reminder that I have been given opportunities that she never had. And the support of my mother and father and their parents before them have given me greater access to people and places and greater chance for higher achievement than they ever had growing up. And Barnard is the opportunity that I have been given. And today is the day that I grow up and become the woman that my mom always said she wanted to be. The opportunity to be a college graduate is not one everyone can attain and one that you have all earned. We have been taught by the most distinguished faculty while living in the greatest city on earth. We have been surrounded by a supportive administration, a dedicated staff, and a board of trustees that actually listens. Now, of course, this experience at Barnard has been fraught with some challenges, from the giant hole in the middle of our campus that made us redefine what community meant, to the daily reality that being a student at a women's college continues, surprisingly, to unnerve some of our male and even female colleagues at Columbia. From the papers that took you more than the one night you allotted them, to the relationships that ended a little quicker than you had hoped. But the hardest challenge, though, was always how to choose what to do. So many interesting classes to take, a million internships to do in the city, every student organization imaginable. The challenge of too many options is also one that plagues us upon graduation. Grad schools, not-for-profit or private sector jobs, eventually the choice of raising a family. It is this culture of choice that is our generation's unique opportunity, a blessing our mothers were not given in equal measure. And we have been given this opportunity of choice. And it is in this culture of choice that an amazing thing happens at Barnard. We forge a sisterhood. And not a cliched one of traveling pants, but a true example of what it means to better yourself by working with others. The greatest opportunity at Barnard is the chance to be surrounded by the most intelligent, diverse, passionate, dedicated women. And the strength of Barnard is its students, the women who motivate classmates and professors alike. Each of you is going to go far, and our collective impact on the world is going to be so great that across the street, they're finally going to have to add new books to the core. So, when two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and I'm sorry I can't travel both, I'm not concerned. I know that my Barnard sister who chooses to take the other road will call me and tell me what she saw, who to avoid, and what lies at the end. Her distinct path will not be divergent from mine. Rather, it will add to the map of our joint experience. She will empower me with the knowledge should I ever want to take that path too, and she will let me know what she saw in case I'm never able to take that path myself. Our sisterhood in this culture of choice allows us all to become trailblazers without fear of the roads not traveled. And with this sister of trailblazers, we are uniquely positioned to take on the continuing inequalities that women face in our society. We can each forge new paths to equality, calling our sisters along the way to find unexpected intersections. We can be pioneers as we reassert a gender consciousness within our generation. And this is the Barnard sisterhood, supportive, collaborative, competitive, sure, but conducive to our collective achievement. And we need to create this Barnard sisterhood with all women and male allies so that we can turn assumed equality into actual parity. We stand here today. So we stand here today with a woman who put 18 million cracks in the glass ceiling. Well, we, the Barnard College class of 2009, have been given the opportunity to break the damn thing. And when I grow up, I want to be the Barnard graduate traveling to the Mississippi Delta to teach with Teach for America. I want to grow up to be the international student from Brazil who traveled all the way here to make Barnard her home. I want to grow up to be the pre-medical student who successfully managed really difficult requirements and the 9 ways of knowing. I want to grow up to be the student who led clubs from Bacante to Boss, Alpha Chi to USCC. And I want to grow up to be the student who instead spent her time interning at amazing jobs and exploring the city. And because of Barnard, I do get to experience each of these paths through our sisterhood that only grows as we become Barnard alumni today. So Mom, if you're still interested in being me when you grow up, I am proud to present to you your future. Because when I grow up, I want to be each and every one of the Barnard College class of 2009. So with my speech already in memory, I salute my sisters on our strong and beautiful futures. Congratulations.
The Frank Gilbert Bryson Prize was established in 1931 to recognize the senior who receives the most votes of her classmates for her contribution to Barnard during her college years. In keeping with tradition, no one in the class, including the recipient, knows the outcome of the balloting until it is announced at this ceremony. This year's Bryson Prize is awarded to Sarah Besnoff. Wait, hang on. Congratulations on being selected by your peers. This is a wonderful honor. It's well earned, and you should take great pride in it. Congratulations.